Welcome to Your Bookkeeping Matters. I'm Lisa Turner, bringing you short and snackable weekly episodes on bookkeeping and business matters in an easy to understand way so you can be in control and confident that you know your bookkeeping matters. Let's dive into this week's episode. Hello. Thanks for tuning in to today's short and snackable episode. Today, I want to talk to you about easy bookkeeping for small businesses. As we're coming to the pointy end of the year, when it's hectic, even more on your plate than usual with festivities, business shutdowns over New Year's, the school holiday juggle, you may have even recently wrapped up some huge sales or promos, so you're busy restocking for the coming months, or these coming months are your busiest time of the year. Let's kick off with why easy bookkeeping is crucial for small business owners. And by easy, let me clarify, I mean with ease, keeping it simple, doing things the smoothest, most productive way forward, because I am in no way saying bookkeeping should be easy itself. It can be easy when you have a system and a process and doing it well, and that's what we're talking about today. There is a popular meme I've seen kicking around so many times. Bookkeeping is easy if you don't know how to do it, and hard if you do. So today I'm talking about making your bookkeeping process itself something you do easily, without stress, without getting behind, because we're here to simplify things, not overcomplicate them. Your business's success and growth relies on accurate, up-to-date numbers. So in the midst of all the things, the last drama you need is a bookkeeping headache. I myself am down in the trenches with you. Having my own small business, I have been through some crazy busy times the past few months. So each time I go to do something, I'm thinking, am I doing this with ease, or am I doing it the hard way simply because that's how it's always been done? Can I make this a little smoother or easier for myself? And this thought process includes doing my own bookkeeping, which I dive in and do daily. If you're like me, I can't have unreconciled items. I need my Xero file to be squeaky clean on the daily. So it got me thinking it could be helpful to share with you some of the simple steps I use and other business owners use to make your bookkeeping easy. I'm all about working smarter, not harder. It's cliché, I know, but it makes sense, right? Let's step through a few practical strategies that work well as tried and true methods for our clients here and accounted for you. And the first one is batch bookkeeping. Ever notice how you do things in batches? Set yourself a goal and you seem to get so much more done, or you're more efficient because you've smashed out a heap of the same kind of work instead of flip-flopping around doing bits and pieces here and there and everywhere. Well, this looks like doing your bookkeeping the same time, same place each week. For example, every Tuesday. You know when you're doing it. It's in your calendar. You get it done. Now, if a client tells us they have the space in their schedule every Wednesday to sit down and go through their numbers, we do a processing batch. That's right, a batch. We batch process everything. Everything with us is streamlined. Well, we do it for them the day before. So when they're ready to sit down on the Wednesday, they have all their queries and missing invoices there in their inbox, ready for them to knock out all in one go. So if you're DIYing your books or you have a bookkeeper, either way, set aside time to batch what you need to do. Let me emphasize though, once you've chosen a time, every Tuesday, for example, consistency is key. There is so much value in doing your bookkeeping at the same time or the same schedule every single time, all the time. It will become a habit. You'll remember what to do each time and you'll get faster at it. It gives you a clear focus, less overwhelm and more clarity. The next strategy to be on top of for easy bookkeeping is effective and systemized record keeping systems. Get your foundations right, the things you do at the start, and if you have this in place, the rest falls into place much easier. What are some examples I can share with you today of these effective systems? And the first one, of course, is using accounting software. This is the number one tip for bookkeeping made easy. Ditch the spreadsheets. You're a growing, successful business, and software is your number one tool to track and know your numbers. There are actually quite a few options when it comes to choosing the software. They all simplify your bookkeeping process, making it easy to track both your income and expenses, and so, of course, your profit. And nearly all of them are cloud-based. There aren't too many left kicking around that stay stored on your computer hard drive, meaning cloud-based you can access and do your bookkeeping or invoicing by logging in from any device, laptop, iPad, phone, all the things. If you want to be streamlined and do easy bookkeeping, accounting software is the only way to go. If you're exploring accounting software for the first time though, my favourite and the only one we use here at Accounted For You is Xero. That's Xero. But the main ones, the main softwares, all do the same things but in different ways. Check them out and see which one fits your needs best, because while I say they all do the same things, all have different plans and different levels and different inclusions. So you need to check what works best for you and your processes and your budget. I also have a couple of episodes to help you. Are you wasting money on the wrong accounting software? And another one, 8 ways accounting software saves you time and money. And I'll link them in the show notes for you. Fun fact before we move on, when I was listening to one of my favourite podcasts the other day, and they said, like I just did, I'll link those in the show notes for you, I thought to myself, if I was new to podcasts, how does one know what show notes are and where can I find them? So if this is you, show notes for podcasts are the notes about the show you can find like a blog on their website or in the summary description area on the platform you listen to the podcast through. It gives you either a detailed description of the episode or a super helpful summary of the episode and any links and other information to share with you. So there you go. Strange random thoughts quite often pop into my head, and so I thought I would share that one with you. Moving on though, the next strategy is categorization. Your chart of accounts. This is the buckets you put your income and expense transactions into. It's not about building a complicated hierarchy of categories to choose from when entering things. The strategy here is keeping it detailed, but not over the top. And you want these categories you use customized to you and your business, not the standard chart of accounts list of categories someone has handed you. Keeping your categories or buckets neat and suited to you will make it so much easier for you to enter things. You don't have to keep guessing or looking around. Where should this one go again? What do I put stuff like this to? You want to keep it in order for you and easy for you to remember. Another super simple strategy for easy bookkeeping is a designated space, physical and virtual, for your invoices and your paperwork. And by this, I mean have a dedicated spot to pop hard copy receipts or invoices you need to enter so you don't have to hunt around for them or they go missing when it comes time to do your books. So in the same thought, if you've got digital documents, a special folder in your email to store them all, and you can combine this with a Dropbox folder that you pop them into. The same place each and every time, And then you'll not be wasting any time trying to find what you need to know to enter your bookkeeping to keep it up to date. And my hot tip here, the longer you leave your bookkeeping in between doing it, the harder it is to remember what you bought and where the invoice is. So if you have these designated spaces where you store the hard copies or the virtual digital copies, you've got the system working for you. So we've got batch processing and effective systems in place to do our books with ease. Now I want you to streamline your processes. Don't reinvent the wheel. Don't overcomplicate how you do things. Efficiency doesn't mean complicated. It means working in a way that suits you, your business, and your sanity. There is absolutely no point putting something in place, but it gets you all stressed out or takes way too long. If you're feeling stressed and thinking, how can I change this? You can change it to do it with more ease. How can I simplify this process? It's about finding your sweet spot where bookkeeping works well for you. And if that looks like DIYing all the things and having your processes in place, or on the other side, it might look like you having a trusty bookkeeper on the tools for you and you only do the digging around, providing invoices and extra information. And depending on what day of the week and the frequency, make it efficient for you. Find what works for you. And to wrap all this together, regular check-ins. It's great you've got your easy bookkeeping process dialed in to suit you, but it's critical to run the reports and read how you're going financially. Are you making a profit? Is there a huge chunk of expenses missing? If you don't do this, you're not getting the full picture of how your business is doing. So overall, easy bookkeeping is all about doing things in batches. If that is daily, weekly, but not a bit here and a bit there. And using effective systems and processes, not outdated, complicated processes. And then streamlining it all, setting it all up to work for you. Because how someone else does it every Tuesday morning might not work for you. Every Wednesday and Friday afternoon could be your best times to get on top of things. What you need to do is embrace simplicity and systems, and the more often you do the bookkeeping tasks, the easier it will actually get, no matter how many of these tasks you need to do yourself, because also remember, you don't need to do all the things. So, do you now feel like you can do easy bookkeeping in your business? I know you can. I'm always challenging both myself and my team to think, can this be done differently or better? I love hearing their thoughts and suggestions on how things can be done because there's always something else which might help you streamline your business. And it's great to get someone else's insight on those things, particularly the people actually doing the things. Now, something else you might find helpful to streamline your business is a month-end checklist. I have one. I've got it on my website and we use it for our own clients. It's our very own month-end checklist. It's on my website in the resources section and I'll pop the link in the show notes for you. I hope you've enjoyed this week's fresh snackable episode with easy bookkeeping to simplify your business life and get you ready for easy bookkeeping over the busy period and forevermore. I have a little mission for you now that you have a few spare moments up your sleeve. Please pop over and leave a review on your listening platform because this helps others find the show and grow their business too. Plus, I absolutely love reading all the reviews that I get on the platforms and through the email. Thanks for listening along, and I will chat to you next week.